Well, it's that time of week once again. Our resident lawyer, Despina Priala, from boutique law firm Priala Legal in Runaway Bay, with us each and every Thursday to offer her legal expertise by providing some general advice on the latest of hot topics. She has experience that spans more than 25 years in the area of property and commercial law. She also prepares wills as part of estate planning and litigation, and a whole stack more. And we've got a special guest this morning. Morning, Despina.
Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Brooke.
Yes, so today we are welcoming back to the show, which is so nice, Lisa Dowie, Chief Customer Officer from PEXA. How are you going, Lisa?
I'm wonderful. Great to be joining you all again.
Morning to you.
Thank you, Lisa, for coming back on the show. So we had Lisa here, I think it was about a year ago, and we were talking about PEXA. It was very relevant then, and it's still relevant now. And because of, particularly of the property boom that we've seen in Queensland and other places in Australia, I thought it was timely that perhaps we would invite Lisa back to the show, and Lisa could give us some updates about PEXA and what's happened in the last 12 months particularly, remembering that PEXA is the Property Exchange Australia. So it facilitates electronic settlements, and electronic settlements have really taken off even more so in the property boom in the last year or two. And I'm sure Lisa will tell us more. So Lisa, over to you.
Thanks, Despina. Great introduction of PEXA being one of our super users that you are. But yes, I guess we have to start with the boom that we have seen, and I think Queensland has certainly led the way. I know it's so surprising when you think of the last 2 years that we've gone through with the pandemic. The property market has not slowed down all across Australia and Queensland. I think with all my fellow Victorians might be migrating to Queensland.
And why not? Yes.
Yeah.
There's certainly been a big boom, and in fact, last year, I know many Queenslanders were proud of this one, but Queensland recorded the most property sales and settlements of any jurisdiction. So,
Wow.
I could imagine for the first time ever, and there was almost 232,000 property settlements that occurred, and that's 41% up on last year, 59% up on 2019. So that's 2 years of considerable growth. So I'm sure Despina and many of the other lawyers in Queensland have been extremely busy up to the last 2 years. But I guess also that's so great for the economy because that's injected a huge amount of property value into the economy. And in Queensland, that's more than $160 billion.
It's been amazing, Lisa, and I can definitely vouch for that. We have been insanely busy. It has not stopped. We haven't even taken a break to have a breath or lunch or anything like those normal things.
Or a Friday drink. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just been insane, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop either, Lisa. It just continues. It's been continuing for the last few months.
Absolutely, and I think maybe some of your listeners might be interested in the postcode hotspots. And why I'm convinced that it's Victoria's Surfers Paradise is the most popular postcode in Queensland. Number of settlements per year, followed by Eurogas, is that how you say it? The Fraser Coast?
Oh yes,
I think so.
near Harvey Bay,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think that's how you pronounce it, yeah.
Yeah, so both those two postcodes were in the top 10 nationally.
Wow.
It supports the migration to the lovely seaside locations that Queensland has to offer.
Yes.
And I think when we start to look at the beginning of this year, we've seen the normal seasonality where January and February are a little quieter, but it does also start to look like that maybe we have seen the peak of volume coming through. But nothing to suggest that there's going to be a decline at this point in time. But I think it's been great for Queensland, great for the economy, great for all the lawyers and clients across Australia that have taken advantage of this boom.
And I think it's probably, would you suggest there's more to come? So obviously, there will be a slowdown, and of course we've got a federal election coming up, and we've got all sorts of issues still floating around the world. But do you see this to continuing in the next 12 months, 2 years and longer?
Yeah, it's hard to see for the long term, but definitely this year it looks like it's set to continue. Another indicator that we look at is obviously the interest rates, and we can see by refinances are up very high at the moment. So we can see that home buyers and sellers, homeowners are really taking advantage of those low interest rates. So that I think is going to be the key indicator that we'll all watch, depending on what the Reserve Bank does and the banks across Australia do with those interest rates.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Lisa. And I think the second half of this year will be very interesting because it would have been past the election. It would have been in a period where the interest rate rises will be seen to be coming into effect. And I guess the reality will start to set in for some people a bit more than what we're seeing now. But certainly my experience so far, Lisa, is Jan and Feb and March are still insane. So there's no slowdown from our end.
The upside we still have, post-pandemic is, international students coming back to Australia and also migration into Australia. That hasn't been really much done at all in the property market over the last 2 years. So I think there is still some upside to come.
Yes, no, that's exactly right. And so tell us a bit about what PEXA has got on the table for perhaps more initiatives, because I have read recently and I am aware that PEXA has now become international and has spread through other countries.
Yeah, you're quite right. They're very exciting for us here because PEXA is a world first, the way that we settle properties here in Australia in a digital way, so both lodgement and settlement happening online. So we are really progressing in the UK. So anywhere where the current title system operates, particularly across the Commonwealth,
Yes.
there is the right opportunity for the PEXA model to be adopted. And we are hoping to be able to have the first transactions go through in the UK later this year towards October and November, and focusing first on refinances in that market. So that's really exciting, and we know already from engaging with lawyers over there that they're really excited about the prospects of PEXA, and we also know that the UK felt the real impact of COVID and their paper-based process that they have today.
That sounds very, very exciting, Lisa. Very exciting. And we actually have clients that have left Australia, gone to the UK, bought assets, and then come back to Australia and still have assets there and are looking to sell. So that's going to be a very interesting space to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is the way. One of the benefits that we have seen during the pandemic is that the acceleration of digital adoption across all industries, and our industry has been no different. So yeah, quite excited. Also looking at potentially opportunities in Canada and New Zealand as well. So lots to come on the international front.
Exciting times.
Wow, yes, very exciting. So obviously you guys have been very busy, and the recent floods had you guys working away as well. What was it that PEXA got involved with there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, devastating floods in both Queensland and New South Wales. I was actually in Queensland last week and had the chance to talk to a few of our members who had been impacted, particularly some that were in Gympie, which was
Yes.
Awful.
impacted. So PEXA's doing a few things. We're supporting on the ground, so we have been doing some volunteering with the Real Estate Institute of Queensland, so some of our team rolling up their sleeves and getting involved in the cleanup. We're also matching donations that are made by our PEXA team members and also our members. So Despina, I encourage you to speak to your colleagues. If they make a donation, PEXA will match that, and that's for the Red Cross, because that's really important to help with that cleanup activity. And we've also got a number of digital support options. So for our members who've been impacted with equipment or loss of laptops, etc., given the nature of their business, we're helping them on a case-by-case basis as well. So
I think that's a fantastic, a great support to hear from PEXA being a national company at an international level now, but really remembering those people who are affected state by state. And I think that's wonderful, and I will look into providing funding through PEXA so you can match dollar for dollar or whatever the platform's going to be. But that's fantastic.
yeah, absolutely. We'll never forget our roots at PEXA and the local support that we've had, across all states. It's really part of our DNA. So we'll continue to help wherever we can.
Amazing stuff. Well, it was so nice to have you on the show, Lisa. Thank you so much again for coming on. And of course, we'll, I'm sure, do another update in hopefully not a year's time, maybe in a few months, see what's going on at PEXA.
Thank you all. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
That is
Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Lisa Dowie from PEXA. She is the I've forgotten.
Chief
it.
Customer.
Thank you so much. Chief Customer Officer joining us on the show for talking law, and more details coming up. If you do want to find out more information about PEXA, you can go to www.pexa.com.au. More talking law coming up straight after this.